Hello and welcome to a Velveteen web design video tutorial. In this video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to incorporate this really interesting effect I found on Codrops.com. So if you go to Codrops.com and you click on View All here, these are a few effects here. You click on View All and you go to Animated Background Headers. This is what we'll be working with today. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Animated Background Headers. I'm going to view demo to show you what we'll be working with. So we have this really cool kind of effect that is attached to the mouse, and it's like that pixelated lines effect, and I mean you can do so many neat things with this. It's really nice. And because it's a header, you can have, your content right below this header. It can make for a really nice website. So we have demo 1, demo 2, demo 3, and demo 4. If I click on demo 2, we have bubbles coming up here. And demo 3, we have these like little triangles just popping out of, from the middle. And demo 4, we have like these lines that are really kind of going crazy and spinning a little, spinning slowly, but just kind of these crazy lines. So in this video, my attempt is, to show you how to incorporate this header and maybe use it in conjunction with, a few other templates and get a really cool website, and also maybe change some of the settings on these effects. So we're going to see just how flexible and how, just how flexible these effects are and how we can change them and incorporate them into our own website. Alright, so very good. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the main page here. This is just kind of some description of the effect, and this was done by Rachel Smith, and gives you more information about her, and there's a few comments about this effect here on Codrops.com. Also Timpanus.net, but you got to go to Codrops because I think they're still working on Timpanus.net. Okay, so yeah, I think, if you go to Timpanus.net, so it's Codrops.com and then view all and animated background headers. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is download the source code for this effect. So I click download source, and I'm just going to open up my downloads folder and just drag. I have a folder I created for this video called animated background headers. I added a few images in there that we'll be working with, and so I'm just going to drag this folder into animated background headers. So there it is. And the next thing I want to do is get a boilerplate. Now a boilerplate is like a template for building an HTML5 and CSS3 website from scratch. So what you want to do is go to google.com, type in HTML5 boilerplate, and HTML5 boilerplate, the web's most popular front-end template. Alright, sounds good. And then just click download version 4.3.0. Click that orange button and it downloads, to your downloads folder. And again, I'm just going to drag this into my animated background headers folder. Alright, so now I have my boilerplate and the source code for the animated header backgrounds. And what I want to do, because I want to have the flexibility of building upon my own website, that's why I downloaded the boilerplate. So we're just going to take what we need from the source code and bring it into the boilerplate, so then we have the flexibility to add to the headers, kind of change it around and make it our own. Like Codrops, they let us use the effects, but we do want to make it, it asks that we make it our own and use it for, if we want to use it for our projects, so that it's not as is, you don't use it as is. Alright, so I'm going to go into the animated header backgrounds folder, and if we click on, index 2, index 2, 3, 4, these are the 4 different effects that I showed in the beginning. So like I can just click on index and there we go, that's that effect, and it's just that whole site we looked at, and all those effects and pretty much everything that demo showed us when we click view demo, and we can go to demo 3, and same thing, I'm just viewing this site now from locally from my computer because I downloaded the source code. Alright, so there it is. Now the one that I want to work with is, let's see, I kind of want to work with this first one. I like these connecting lines and dots, it's just really cool. So, and we can change the text here and we'll do all of that. So what I'm going to do is just copy the source code from index.html. All right, now in order for this to work in our boilerplate, we need to grab the CSS, demo, and component. We already have a normalize in the boilerplate. We need to grab the fonts, images. We're going to replace the images with our own images. And the JavaScript we need to import. Since we're only using demo 1, we just need to import the JavaScript from demo 1. And we need to do tweenlight, easepack, and this one, raf.js. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is copy the CSS. So I'm going to double click the CSS folder and just select component and demo. And then I'm going to go back to my HTML5 boilerplate folder, double click it, go to CSS. You can see it's kind of similar folder structure with a few more files, but kind of similar. And we don't have the fonts folder, so we'll have to copy and paste the fonts folder from the animated headers background folder into this folder. Alright, so I'm going to double click CSS and I'm going to right click, paste two items, or Control V, Command V on a Mac. And we have demo and component. We see we have the normalize there. The boilerplate comes with its own normalize file. And now we're just going to go back again to the header background effect, animated headers background, and go to the JavaScript. And we just want demo 1. This raf.js, easepack min, and tweenlight min. Command C, Control C on a Mac. on a PC, Command C on a Mac. All right, and then we're going to go back to our boilerplate and just copy that JavaScript into here. So we have demo 1, easepack min, and that raf.js and tweenlight min.js. All right, so for now that's all I want to do, because what I'm concerned with now is making sure that I have the correct code in my boilerplate. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the index.html file in the animated headers backgrounds effects in this folder. In the effects folder. I'm going to right click, open with, and I use TextMate for my text editor, or for my code editor. Atom's a good one too. I've heard Sublime is a good one. For now, I'm just going to use TextMate. I dabble with a few, kind of mess with a few code editors here and there, but I'll use TextMate for this one. I just clicked on the wrong one that first time, but yeah, here it is. Here's what it looks like in TextMate, and this is what I want to copy into my boilerplate index. So what I want to copy is everything after the body tag and right before the body tag. All right, that's what I want to copy into my index.html and my boilerplate. So I'm going to go to my boilerplate, go to right click on index.html, go to TextMate, and here we go. We see the body tag here and the body tag here. I'm going to just paste it right after the body tag and at the end of this last script here. I'm going to leave this Google Analytics script in there because if I do want to make this website live, I can just add my tracking code and Google Analytics can track my website, or I can track my website via Google Analytics. So I just grab the end of this script and after the body tag and hit Command V or Control V if you're on a PC. I'm on a Mac, so I hit Command V. And it placed that code after the body tag and before the, this Google Analytics code here. And the great thing about this is that it imported the tweenlight JavaScript, the easepack, the raf, and the demo 1. Those are all the scripts that we copied into our boilerplate folder, JavaScript folder. Now it does look like a little bit of cheating, like we just copied all the code and just pasted it in here, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of change the text and change the images so it's more kind of our own type of design and kind of our own website. Okay, so we did that. Now what I want to do, if we go ahead and look at the index.html now in the boilerplate, I'll just double click it. I have to save this first, so Command S, hit refresh. Yeah, there's not much going on, and the reason for that is because we have to import some style sheets in here. So remember we copied demo and component into our boilerplate, so we're just going to copy this from the effects index. So copy the demo and the component links here that link to the style sheet, and I'm just going to paste it after normalize. I like leaving this main.css as the last cascading style sheet, because if I want to edit any of these classes or IDs, I can do so in the main.css, and it'll take precedence over these style sheets. All right, so I think that's all we need and we need this Google Fonts here, just to keep the font kind of similar. If I hit save, we should have something now. So let me go to index.html, and there we go. Oh, that is perfect. That's even cool without an image. Nice. So we have that effect there. Now what I'm interested in is looking at the JavaScript of this effect, because let's say I want to change the color of these lines and dots. Let's try to find in the boilerplate. Let's go to the JavaScript and let's try to find the that JavaScript. It might be raf.js. So I'm going to open with TextMate, and no, that doesn't look like that's it. Fixes, polyframe. Yeah. So let's just keep looking for a moment. It could be in demo1.javascript. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so RGBA, that could be the color there. So what I'm going to do is do a Google search and RGBA color. Okay, so here's in the demo-1, here is the color code. So I'm going to turn this into more of a red, the stroke, CTX stroke style here. And we see the color here as well. So we're going to change it here for the circles and the lines. You can see draw lines and circle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, and here, let me just do something here. Okay, google.com. I'm going to go to Adobe Cooler. And let's see what colors we got here. Yeah, I'll use this orange here. So I'll copy this hex here. And what I want to do is do hex, and this is, I just typed in, I copied this RGBA code here into Google, and it kind of gave me this hex here, which is this bluish color that we got on these dots and lines. So now I want to go from RGBA to hex. Hex to RGBA. Here we go. So we're gonna put in the hex value we just copied from Adobe Cooler. Let's go back here and copy it, and go here and hex. There it is. So yeah, we're just gonna copy the 255.83.13 in here. So we're going to say 255.83.13, and then here we're going to say 255.83.13, and Command S to save the JavaScript file. And now if we go back in here and hit refresh, cool, now we have it orange, which is awesome. All right. And so if we go back into our indexed HTML, so now that we have that source code, we can pretty much just work with this website and kind of customize it to our own liking and create this really cool website. So basically where it says connect 3, I'm going to say like outer space, just replacing the words there. It says outer space, cool. And now for the image, we can see that it grabs, let's see, demo canvas. Let's see if we can find an image here. large header, container, demo. So let's inspect element, and let's see if we can find an image. Container, HTML5 boilerplate, here we go, CSS, and component. Perfect, yeah, see, so in this style sheet, we see demo1-bg. It's actually looking for this image to put in this header. So instead of being black, you know, it wants to add an image. We could actually change the color of this kind of dark gray if we just go into our style sheet. It should be in components. Yeah, and it's right here, background number 333. If we change this to, like, you know, if we go to cooler, you know, there'll be cooler right up here, and we change it to, like, you know, maybe like this. Yeah, let's see. Let's change it to, like, yeah, this purple here. That might be interesting. Actually, no, that'll look weird. Let's change it to this red, kind of like fire. Alright, so if I change this hex here to that and save it, and we go back to our website, and we hit refresh, you can barely see the orange because that red blots it out. So we're going to change it to white, FFF. You can do 6 Fs or 3, it still works. Save it, and there we go. That's kind of cool. I like that white with the orange. Very nice. So you can start to see we get our, you know, our site looking a bit different. And this text, I can change the color of the text. Let me just inspect the element, and it's main title. So let's see if we can find main title. Yep, it's right here. So I'm just going to say black. So that would be 000. You can do 6 zeros or 3, still works. Save it, and voila. Cool. So now we have this interesting orange with this thing that says outer space. You know, I might even leave it white, but I'll show you. I'll add a picture just to show you what it will look like with the picture. And now I want to delete kind of this fluff down here. This is just from Codrops stuff. So I'm going to go back to my index.html, and anything below this large header here, like, you know, Codrops top clear fix, I can actually delete all of this and right before the container div. So just hit delete, save, and now we just have the header. How awesome is that? I'm loving this effect. I mean, you can do really cool things. And so now we don't even have any scroll. We just have the header with the effect. So you could actually, like, create the site with the header and have it link, just have him click, or have a button that says click here, and have him take it, and then have him go to another part of the website so that they can play around with this effect as soon as they enter your website. That is very cool to me. I like that a lot. And I like the orange and the white, and the black is nice too. Alright, so I think the last thing I'm going to show you is how to add an image. So basically, if we go to component.css, we see it's looking for image demo-1 background. So what we do is we go to our folder, and I'm going to go to images here. I have a few images, and I'm going to put in no, let's see, let's do this iMac here, 105. So I'm just going to copy this image, Command C, I copied it, and I'm going to go to my boilerplate and go to my images folder and just paste it in there. Oh, I don't think I copied it yet. Yeah, there we go, copy, go to my boilerplate, go to the images folder and paste, and I'm just going to rename it demo-1bg. Or I could change this to 105. Here, let's do that. We'll change this to 105. We just want the name of this image to match this background image URL here. So I command save, hit save, and I go back to my website. Here, hit refresh, and there it is. That is so cool. I'm really liking this effect. All right. There's another demo 2 here. Oh yeah, this is for demo 2, demo 3, and demo 4. So yeah, that's fine. That would be if you're working with, you know, either the other demos here, but we're only working with demo 1, so we had it linked to 105. And if you want to get, like, you know, search engine optimization crazy, you want to make sure that your image relates to your website. So I would call it like outer space image, you know, um, or like outer space, and then I would say like image of computer, something like that. And then in my alt text, well, because this is a background image, it wouldn't have any alternative text, but that's another story. So, you know, I just gave it more of a description in the title of the image and the file name, and then I just paste it in here, save, hit refresh, and it'll still work because it's matching the names. And it's responsive, like the image will get bigger. You know, I mean, this image that I used is like really big. Oh no, it's only 504 kilobytes. I mean, it's still big, but it's not like megabytes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So a few things we did in this tutorial. I know I kind of jumped around a bit, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Sometimes when I'm starting some of these effects, you know, there's quite a bit to it, and I have to mess around with it a little bit so that, you know, we can get it working correctly. But yeah, we went over copying the effect into our boilerplate. Um, we went over changing the colors of some of the elements in the effect. We went into the actual JavaScript and changed the color of these lines and dots here of this effect that, you know, goes with the mouse. You know, it's near the end, and you look for the RGBA and the colors here, the stroke style and the fill style here, and we just we used Google to find the right RGBA code. We went to Adobe Cooler, got the hex code, and then converted it to RGBA, and just pasted it into here, that code into here. And that was in the demo-1.js. We went into the component.css file. We messed a lot with the index file in the boilerplate, and we deleted kind of that demo content. So the last thing I'll show you, if you want to get really creative, if we go back to Codrops, Codrops.com, you can actually go to the latest blueprints, and you can match this header with one of these blueprints and get a really cool website. So like if I did you know, I could do a full with grid. I can add, you know, quotes rotator, you know, or just add some content. Like if I added content in between this div tag, like, you know, let me add, you know, this is some content. Close those tags, go back to my website, hit refresh. See, now we have here, this is some content, and it scrolls, you know, so it scrolls a bit now. If I didn't have that there, it wouldn't scroll, but now I have content there. So you can add anything after this header and just scroll it up and have a really cool website underneath. Yeah, like I could mess around with it a little bit more and just make a really awesome website. But I think that might be enough for this video. Again, you know, just feel free to play with, you know, adding more to the website after this content here div, and yeah, after this content div, you know, that's the header right here, and the outer space, the text. Then you can add your website here, and this is the container right up here. This div goes with the container right up here, and we added in our style sheets. You can mess with the metadata up here, and you can add Google Analytics, and this is where we imported our scripts. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Again, you can get really creative, add more to the website, but you know, I think that's a really cool effect. I'm just going to delete this here. You know, it's just really cool, and it has that, you know, those lines and dots just hovering with the mouse. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you need web hosting for your website, I offer a website. It's below. It's in the description below this video. And if you need help putting your website together or have any questions about web design and coding, definitely send me a message in the comments, and I'll be happy to help. Um, yeah, I also teach videos on Adobe Muse, and I do WordPress websites, custom code, Adobe Muse. Yeah, so feel free to ask me questions, and if you need help, I'll be happy to help you. Yeah, I'm affiliated with Bluehost, so if you need hosting, you can get hosting through the link at the bottom, and I'll also put links to like Adobe Cooler, Codrops, and all the links that I used on this tutorial. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.